What a day we had on Friday. This shows why March Madness is the greatest sporting event in America. High drama from start to finish throughout the day. Hawaii opened with an upset, ousting Cal Bears. And then Iowa Temple went into overtime. We also had Stephen F. Austin with a major upset, ousting West Virginia. And then, of course, Middle Tennessee State with the greatest first round upset in the history of the tournament. Yes, the greatest first round upset in the history of the tournament. I know there may have been a few that were higher by the point spread, but none of those teams were rated as highly overall as Michigan State, who was ranked second in the polls, who was considered a favorite to win the championship, and who 40 people in our pool picked to win it all. Yes, it was upset city today with the Spartans, Michigan State, going down. Yes, exciting. Very good news for people that pick Virginia like me. I'd be wearing my Virginia hat from Dave Powders, but I can't find it. So I'm sporting my Oregon hat as the Ducks had a fine showing today, winning by like 40. To top it all off, after all those exciting upsets, we had one of the most dramatic endings to the day that we've ever seen. I can remember a day many years ago being in Cancun, Mexico, in a sports bar watching games, and 4 games all came down to the wire within about a 15-minute stretch, including the Ole Miss Valparaiso game with Bryce Drew. Here we had Notre Dame over Michigan and a big comeback in the second half. Northern Iowa's amazing half-court buzzer beater, knocking out the Texas Longhorns. They're out. And then, of course, St. Joe's victory over Cincinnati at the wire. Totally amazing. 10 double-digit seeds won games in the first round. We had a 13, a 14, and a 15 seed win today in the same day for the first time ever. We had 42 of the 115 people in our pool have their champion eliminated in the first round. Of course, 40 of those 42 had the Michigan State Spartans. Meanwhile, the number 1 seeds looked dominant. Kansas, North Carolina, Oregon, Virginia all look great. Also, Oklahoma, Villanova, and Xavier looked very good. I have all 4 of my Final Four still alive. Only 13 out of our 115 pool entrants have that possibility of all 4 of their Final Four. Currently, we have a 9-way tie for first place in our pool with 26 out of 32. Yes, including the likes of Paulette Britton, who was in last place at this point last year. And she is the only one of the 9 with all 4 of her Final Four left. But she has Utah to win it all. So Paulette, you're out. We also have, with 26, Robert Gonzalez, Kyle Lopes, Kathleen Woods, and Brian Winans. They all have Kansas to win the championship. Looking pretty good right now. We also have, with 26, Ryan Casey, Chris Heigl, and Jason Flynn. But those fools took Michigan State. And we also, with 26, have Rafael Rudzinski. But he stupidly took West Virginia to win the championship. Consolation is that there is $240 up for grabs after Sunday, as long as you have paid by now tonight. And most of those people have paid, except for Jason Flynn. 9 others are tied with 25 points. Ty Wilda, Mike Dowd, Dane Espegard, Eric Allred, Justin Donald, Kevin Donahue, Drew Cathy, Jake Donald, and remarkably, PJ Potter, tied only 1 point out of the lead. Former champion Bruce Goodman is lurking with 24 points, just 2 points back, and he has all 4 of his Final Four alive with Virginia to win the championship. Bruce loving that Michigan State loss. Highlighting the group with 23 out of 32 is Jennifer Gianosa, who is leading her husband, Joe Gianosa. Yes, they just got married today, by the way. Inexplicably, Joe Gianosa chose the first weekend of March Madness on which to get married. Joe, also a Michigan fan, missed Michigan's big first half against Notre Dame, followed by their debacle, but also missed Michigan State's glorious loss, which I'm sure he would have enjoyed. I have moved up the ladder now with a solid day a solid day, now tied with many others with 22. Tom Skowski plummeted today and now leads a group of people tied with 21. And there were 12 idiots in our pool who could muster up only 20 out of 32, including former champion Chris Cooper, last year's caboose Nick Suckaloo, and Oregon homer Jeremy Bell. They only have 20. But finally we arrive at those sterling prognosticators who could muster up only 19 or less correct in the first round. With 19, we have Jess Martinetti, Jason Heinrichs, Joe Duca, John Israel, Victor Paredes, Al DiLeonardo, Jake Doherty, Serena K. Who is that, by the way? I don't know who that is, and she has not paid. Also with 19, Adam Lewandowski, who rushed to make sure he got his payment in late tonight, just in case he vaults from 103rd place all the way into first this weekend. But they are leading 4 others who have only 18 out of 32. The embattled Brooke Espegard, Scott Brooks. Who is that also, by the way? I need to know who that is. That person also is unknown and unpaid. Also with 18, Katie Haney, whose picks are heinous once again. And Anthony Big Ain't Garcia. No longer are you Big Ant. Your picks stink, so I'm dubbing you Big Ain't. All right. Of the people leading, only Jason Flynn looks like he'll be ineligible for the second round bonus of $240. All the others have paid on time, though there are still many deadbeats. I'm looking for payment from the likes of Buddy Boyd and Gavin Brontoli, both buckaloos, Scott and Chris Dennis, Justin Ip, William Ketchum, Travis Lewis, Larry Manley, Jess Martinetti. Oh, by the way, someone living on Country Club Road in Eugene, Oregon, paid cash with no name. Could that be Jess? I don't know. I thought you lived in Loyalton, California. Also unpaid currently, Cindy Mormon, who tried at least, but paid the wrong place. Jeff Nixon, who usually sends me a FedEx delivery with his payment. Brandon Oot, Victor Paredes, Adrian Ramirez, Celestino Rosa, John Rulin, Mitch Stevens, and Matt Washington. All current deadbeats. Pay up. Of course, Ryan Casey selected paying for goods and services and got me charged $1.50 for his $40 payment. So I got $38.50. However, Jacob Kinnamore went ahead and paid me $41.50, possibly to offset that charge. Well played, Jacob. Nice job. Joe Shoup also paid $50 as a $10 penalty for not hitting save on his picks and making me input it myself. And Christian Albrizio has paid $80. I have no idea why. I don't know who Christian's second entry is, nor do I know who Christian is. Please help. All right, there's some big games on Saturday. We got Wichita State versus Miami. We got Indiana versus Kentucky. And then also, of course, number 1 seeds Virginia, Kansas, and North Carolina will all be in action. Sunday's matchups are a little less intriguing, but they should still be exciting. And there'll probably be some upsets and somebody advance. We also have the Ducks in action on Sunday. The leader after Sunday wins $240 as long as they are paid up as of now. In the case of a tie, only those who tied will carry over to round 3 to break the tie for that $240. Pay attention to the Facebook page for details. VMC March Madness Maniacs. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll be back at you on Sunday night.